Okay, great. Okay, great. Zoom actually just had an update, so it's a little bit different. Okay, so yeah, hopefully, Cameron, we were just talking about, so Isabella mentioned like she asked if people were feeling sore on their upper body days. And this goes for any movement in general, but we were just explaining that like making every rep count, stimulus, you're gonna be sore. And in soreness, right? There's like nuance around that. How sore, even if you're just feeling it a little bit, like that's a good sign. So, um, yeah, okay. I just wanted to chime in there. You guys do your thing. Really quick. Also,
So
do you guys like my setup? Is it cool?
it's
I
nice.
I like the LEDs behind it.
Thank you so much.
And
That's that.
Those based off Star Wars colors, Nick, the red and blue, like Jedi and Sith, or
Oh, dude, you already know it. It's like the that's
that's
like
why.
the story of my life is just like good and evil,
heck yeah, dude.
Sith. Yep. I'm more of a Jedi guy, blue. I'd be
Yeah,
rocking a blue saber, okay?
heck yeah, dude. Yeah, I got Anakin saber up on top.
Oh,
From
dude, that's sick.
yeah.
Wow. That's sweet.
Ah,
All right, so whose question was that?
Isabella's. We were just talking about meal prep before you got here. We were talking about different phases of everybody's training, who was in cuts, bulks,
Ah,
exciting, and that's about it.
okay, cool. I have something that I want to talk about that I forgot last call that I really need to bring to light. It's urgent. Okay, so this is involving warm-up sets, aka affirmation sets. So, who here is on a program to failure? How about okay, Amanda, Cameron, Becca. Okay, great. Yeah, I've been definitely I've been here's what I've been wanting to do. I've been wanting people to learn what their true failure is, right? So, here's the thing. When I put someone on a failure block, right? When I make someone a failure block, I typically do a majority of it 2 sets. Not all of it. Some will be 3, but I'll do 2 sets. And the reason for this is that training to failure is fucking exhausting, right? But here's the thing: a lot of people don't know that we need to do warm up sets, affirmation sets. And I believe someone checked in, and I think it was Andrea, maybe, don't know, but they asked about warming up beforehand. She said, hey, oh no, it was Haley, I think. Ugh, don't know. I guess that's irrelevant. But it was, hey, I'm finally like by my second set, like my second set feels like my first set should feel. So I said, are you doing any warm ups? She said, no. So listen, everybody here, warm ups are not in your actual block. Like it's honestly, and everybody in here is just assumed. It's assumed affirmation, right? Get confirmation that your muscles are ready to go so that your very first set of failure in a 2 set like group really feels fucking good. Okay. So if you have to do 3 warm-up sets of like 4 reps, I'm going to take you through what I do. I only train 4 movements, 2 sets a day. I know I say that a lot. Just so 4 movements, sets a day. Okay. I'm going to do about 3 warm-up sets before, but I'm doing like if I do hack squats, right? Last week, I did 2 plates as my working set for my 8. And then I did a plate and a twi for my working set of 10 or 10 to 12. So I did a plate as my warm up, a plate and a 25 as my warm up. And then I actually did the 2 plates for like 2 reps just to like get my muscles primed for that. And then I did 2 working sets to failure of hack squat. You don't have to do 3, you can do 2. Just make sure that your muscles are feeling primed and ready to go. Because as you guys know, who here has gone into a set like trying to do their working set and they didn't feel like it really did much because their muscles are still just getting a little warm, right? Cameron, yeah, yeah, okay. Dalton, yeah,
mhm.
Michael, cool. So like we're gonna get a lot more stimulus. The thing that I talked about earlier, like those muscle fibers getting really fucked up if we really optimize our warm up sets. And it doesn't have to be a full rep range. Just get a feel. It's affirmation. Just affirm that you're ready to go. And I think a lot of people, this is actually on me because I don't think I've really brought too much light to warm up sets. So it's something I just want everybody to start doing, because I promise you those working sets will count a lot more. Cool. We vibing? That sound good?
Yep.
So do you suggest that even when you're not like working to that failure rep, that's something we should just be like as best practice? Is that what you're saying?
That's best practice. Yes. Warm up, even when you're doing reps in reserve, because we want those sets that you are training reps in reserve to really count, right? We want those to be fully optimized, a good stimulus. So definitely warm up sets, 100%.
I feel like when we talked about this in the past, we were saying too that like you don't have to do warm-ups on every single exercise, right? So you don't have to do that for every single one of your exercises, but especially right in the beginning when you're getting started, like just to get your muscles going before a working set.
Yeah. And so basically, like, let's say for a program you have a chest and then a back, right? So you probably should do warm up for your chest and then do a warm up for your back. If your chest is still feeling good for that next one, probably like you don't have to. I personally like to do an affirmation set for every single movement. I need to get a little feel, whether it's 1, 2, or 3 reps. I like it. It makes me feel good. Like when I do my working sets, those just really feel like they count. I would recommend it, but it's not mandatory. It's just, yeah. Because you only have to do 3, 4 just to get a feel, you know? Yeah. Yep. So I have a question. Does anybody here, what's the biggest piece? I want 2 answers. What's the biggest piece of advice you guys could give Cameron?
I say consistency, probably one of the best,
Yeah.
easiest ones. That's one for me.
Who else?
Give yourself some grace because macros are there's a learning curve, definitely. So if you've never, really been in the ballpark of macros, like just give yourself some grace. It gets easier with time where it almost becomes second nature. So just there you go.
Don't be afraid to come to this team for any kind of questions you have at all. Like, I've been doing this for 9, 10 months now, and I guarantee you, these people are here for you. Everybody is going through it. Everybody's figuring it out. Don't feel like you're alone in it. 100%, everybody's behind you, and we will help you.
Breakfast is essential, and it sets the tone for the
Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's my fault. Breakfast is essential and sets the tone for the whole day. So for your macros.
That's going to be a hard thing for me because I'm getting out of a mentality of intermittent fasting in the mornings. But today I had breakfast and oh my God, I was able to work so much better and concentrate and focus. So thank you for bringing that up for sure.
If you know that like you have the time, I would definitely like preload your macros the night before. Figure out what you're eating the next day, and you don't have to think about it. You just go.
Honestly, that's my favorite tip. And like I love that. I mean, they're all fucking amazing. Just in terms of like a tangible like do this, right? Pre-planning is just a game changer, honestly. So it gives you kind of some structure. Everybody needs some structure in their life. You're basically making your own meal plan that you know is going to work. Like it's basically foolproof if you actually stick to it. And that's where kind of the problem lies sometimes, is just sticking to it. I know Becca brought it up in the Slack as well. She said, give yourself some grace. Liana said that as well. Give yourself some grace. And Michael, so here's the thing, right? And this is what is tough about communities like, this, because sometimes like all we share is our fucking wins. Sometimes all we share is our wins. And so those who aren't winning feel really fucking like, what's wrong with me? Why am I not winning when everyone else is? But I'm telling you this, like the winning is just a perspective shift, right? Everyone's going through some shit. I'm telling you that. Like, so I think that we all understand what it's like to struggle. So yeah, Michael brought up a good point. And I mean, realistic, it is hard to just see everybody winning. And if you're not in a mentally right place to win, it just is like, I've been there. It's like, what the fuck's wrong with me? Why am I not winning? Why?
I watched this thing and it was talking about how like failure is so insanely necessary, and if you never fail, you will literally never win. And the more that you fail, the more opportunities you have to win, which is really cool.
That is facts. That's like one of my favorite things. But like, you have to know that though, because some people just like failure is a scary thing. But if you step out and you understand that failure is a good thing, if you change that perspective, it's great.
Yep.
Like, man, I've just failed a shit ton in my life. So I love failure at this point.
That's
Even
where
though,
the learning happens.
yeah. Yeah. Not in the moment. In the moment, it kind of sucks, but
It
Yeah.
sure does.
Sit back
I've
and sit
said
with
this-
it.
yeah,
Learn from
I've
you
said
gotta
this
sit with
so
it.
many times. It's insane for myself and so many people that I interact with. The biggest fails that we have ultimately end up being the exact same thing I say for my wins. Like I'll talk about something that was so challenging and then I'll be like, "Oh, and like what was my win this week?" And I'm like, "It was literally getting through that challenge." How
For
crazy.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So really quick, I have noticed, like, even what Amanda said, like those who eat breakfast, because most of the time people are like catching up throughout the day, which is never a fun time. If you got 2,000 calories left at night, you're not gonna have a good time. So eat your breakfast, literally like F it up. Like my favorite thing for breakfast is Kodiak cakes with a scoop of protein in it. Like that's literally so many like protein, carbs. I put maple syrup because maple syrup has a lot of carbs. I'm gonna cut now, so I do sugar free. But that's a really important thing. Breakfast is great. Also, I did want to bring up one more thing, and this is something like Hannah. Oh, is Felicia here? I know Felicia and Hannah. No, Felicia, she bounced, but Hannah was really struggling this week with feeling shitty about eating. Like she went to a hockey game with her friends and she like felt bad because she was like, eating foods that weren't a part of her macros. So my thing is like, literally, I do encourage 6 days a week, fucking kill it. And then just one untracked day, I don't care. Like 6 days a week, you kill it. Because listen, we all say the 80-20 rule, right? But 6 divided by 7 is 85%. If you guys are 85% compliant, you're fucking killing it. So 6 days, one untracked day. And if you only get 4 track days, no one's in it. Like your life moves on. You have another week to go. Don't. So that's you're going to go through it though. Like, like when your parents tell you not to do something, but you have to do it and fail and like fuck up and like that. Like sometimes that's how sometimes people just got to learn by doing,
Always tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Kelly. I'm not going to lie. I am so happy to see you here. It's just a
I'm
great,
happy to be here, man.
we've been missing you.
Don't get used to it. This is the only day you're getting.
Man, who are your friends? I'm gonna go do something. I'm gonna offer them like a job on Monday.
Oh, you need to offer me a job on Monday because I'm unemployed right now.
Okay, I'll offer both you guys jobs, and then their job will be fake though.
Right.
You can't have your game
Sounds
night.
great. Yeah.
Yeah.
So next week we'll have a lesson. Okay, I know this week we said that last week, but it would be really helpful if you guys could kind of tell us some lessons that you guys might want to learn about, because sometimes I don't want to repeat the same things. I want to take what you guys actually need. I want to move the needle for you guys. So like you don't have to tell us now, but if you guys think about it, like put it in the Slack, like DM us or in a personal one, or just so we can go do lessons. Do you guys like the lessons? Or I love doing lessons. Sometimes like with all the like social media and then also giving everybody here advice. Like, I just don't know which things people need assistance with. And what would be fun to learn
I've
about.
got one already if you want me to throw it out.
Hell yeah.
Supplement usage. Like,
Oh,
when's the right time to do creatine and amino acids and, you know, the doing like nitrous oxide stuff, anything like that. Like, I know Britt and I have talked about it a little bit, but like, even like coming into this right off the start, I had no idea what I should and shouldn't be using, what was the right thing to do. Like, just having like a good rundown of like what are good supplements to utilize, how to utilize them, and like how often would be awesome.
no, I agree. I think because like there's a difference between like just answering that question, then also like giving like a visual. So I love visuals. I'm a visual learner. So we'll do like a visual of some supplements, like good ones. And then I like timing and the ones that actually matter. So that'll be great. Thank you.
Cool.
So really quick, I'm sorry if anyone was going to talk. So we are on this Zoom call, Brits. So we have 2 minutes left. She had the time frame on hers, and she was really awesome and started this call. I had to run a little bit late. So this is going to be a timed call. Next week I'll go on mine and we'll just have like a time limit. But in the next minute 30, does anybody have any topic suggestions that we can write down and just have a whole library of lessons?
I know this sounds dumb, but maybe like muscles, like certain exercises that are targeting muscles, because like sometimes I'm doing exercises and I'm like, well, how am I supposed to connect with the muscle when I don't know what is the primary muscle? What's the secondary muscle? Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have that knowledge. And so there might be other people who are wondering too.
That's awesome.
Yep.
I love that. Yeah. So actually, here's another thing too, Britt. So during the team retreat, Britt's gonna stay an extra day. We're gonna like fuck up like a whole library of content for training exercises. And yeah. So, but we'll do a lesson in here too, though. Like, it'll be cool. That's a great thing. Great. We have less than a minute. Yannicka, what you got? Hey, everyone hold Yannicka accountable. I challenged her. She's sending me a screenshot of her macros every single night. Every night. Okay. Oh my goodness. Tori's in the building. Tori, this is we have less than a minute left. The Zoom is on a time limit today because I'm not blaming Brit. It's just like that. I'm just like saying facts. Just because we went on Brits and it's gonna cut out. Next week though, we'll be back. Okay. Everybody, welcome Tori though.
Hi, Tori.
Welcome, Tori.